We've discussed what the EU was, what it meant, what it represented, and the sale of the franchise that got us to this point. Moving forward then, every initiative needs solid, firm ground from which to operate, so we need to address the void that can prove controversial to some. The sale and decanonization are in the past. This is true, but the current state of Star Wars relies, as it always has, on fresh perspective, creative freedom, and a willingness to take risks that may not align with box office receipts or healthy margins. In other words, sometimes the greatest risk can yield the greatest reward, even when everyone else in the room thinks you're the fool. If you've enjoyed this particular series so far, consider a like and subscribe. They both help to bring this discussion to others that may find it engaging. Let's dig in. The Force, once a mystical energy field binding the galaxy together, now feels fractured, mirroring the division within the fanbase itself. On one side, the guardians of the old ways, those who came of age alongside Luke Skywalker, who witnessed the rise and fall of empires through the intricate narratives of the expanded universe. They remember a time when Star Wars was synonymous with boundless creativity, where authors like Timothy Zahn and James Luceno were given the freedom to expand the galaxy in bold and unexpected ways. On the other side, a new generation, raised on a different kind of Star Wars. A Star Wars of sleek visuals and tightly controlled narratives, where the legacy of the EU is dismissed as mere legends. They see George Lucas as a figure of the past, his contributions overshadowed by the might of the Disney machine. This chasm between old and new, between creative freedom and corporate control, cuts deep. It's a battle for the soul of Star Wars, a struggle to define what this beloved franchise truly represents. While George Lucas may have understood the allure of profit, he also recognized the importance of artistic integrity. He built a universe where the impossible felt possible, where heroes were flawed, and where the Force was a source of wonder and mystery. Disney, with its focus on market share and brand synergy, seems to have lost sight of this magic. Their Star Wars, while visually impressive, often lacks the heart and soul of its predecessor. It's a Star Wars of safe bets and calculated risks, where the pursuit of profit often overshadows the power of storytelling. The evidence is clear. A string of underwhelming films and television shows, plagued by inconsistent narratives and uninspired characters. The box office receipts may be substantial, but the creative spark is fading. Even the most devoted fans find themselves questioning the direction of the franchise, yearning for the days when Star Wars felt truly special. This isn't to say that Disney's Star Wars is entirely devoid of merit. There have been moments of brilliance, glimpses of the magic that once captivated the world. But these moments are too often overshadowed by a sense of corporate calculation, a feeling that the franchise is being driven by spreadsheets rather than passion. The time has come for a reassessment of what Star Wars truly means. It's time to rediscover the spirit of the EU, to embrace the creative freedom that once fueled this beloved franchise. It's time to remember that Star Wars is more than just a brand. It's a universe of endless possibilities, a galaxy where the Force is strong and the stories are boundless. The writing on the wall is clear. Disney's current approach, while commercially successful in some respects, is not without its limitations. The neglect of the adult fan base, the over-reliance on nostalgia, and the stifling of creative freedom have created a rift in the Force, a sense of disillusionment among those who once held Star Wars dear. If Disney remains unwilling to adapt, to recognize the value of its mature audience and the untapped potential of a revitalized, expanded universe, then the alternative becomes increasingly apparent. Fans will seek solace elsewhere, in the familiar embrace of the Legends continuity, or in the uncharted territories of fan-made content. The passion for Star Wars burns bright, but it cannot sustain itself on nostalgia alone. It needs fuel, it needs nourishment, it needs the freedom to explore and expand. If Disney refuses to provide this, then the fans will take matters into their own hands. The seeds of rebellion have already been sown. Online communities dedicated to the EU thrive, fan-made stories and artwork flourish, and a new generation of creators emerges, eager to contribute to the galaxy far, far away. This is not a threat, but a natural consequence of neglect. When a fan base feels unheard, when its desires are ignored, it will seek alternative outlets for its passion. Disney has a choice. Embrace this passion, nurture it, and allow it to revitalize the Star Wars galaxy, or watch as it drifts away, seeking solace in the shadows. The expanded universe, once dismissed as legends, may yet rise again, not as a relic of the past, but as a beacon of hope for the future. It represents a time when Star Wars was synonymous with creative freedom, where authors and artists were empowered to tell bold and imaginative stories, and where the galaxy felt truly boundless. This is the legacy that Disney must reclaim, the spirit that it must rekindle. The alternative is a slow decline, a gradual fading of the Force, as the galaxy far, far away loses its luster and its magic. The choice is clear. Disney can either unlock the creative potential of its fan base, allowing it to contribute to the growth and evolution of Star Wars, or it can cling to its current course, risking the alienation of a generation of fans and the stagnation of a beloved franchise. The future of Star Wars hangs in the balance. The time has come for Disney to decide. Will it embrace the Force, or will it succumb to the darkness?